Warning, the following program contains scenes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Are you ready now? I got you freaking out. Say you're ready now. I'm not gonna say it again. Who said a man can't take a stand? He's got a plan. He's got a right. He'll fight to win. He won't give in. He'll watch the signs or pay a price. You sold your pride. You pay the price. Know that it gets you every time. Still, I gotta know. Are you ready for war? 'Cause it's coming around, Are you ready once more? I am not gonna say it again. This is one thing you should know. So you better get it through your head. Are you ready for war? 'Cause it's coming around. No, I'm not gonna say it again. No, I'm not gonna say it again.
I'm backstage with Chris Hero. Now, you made it to the finals of the Elite 8 tournament and then fell short with Mentolo. Where does Chris Hero go from here?
I didn't expect to be this disappointed. I mean, I got guys gunning for me everywhere. It's nothing new. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect coming up to CWE, but these guys, man, Kincaid, he was tough, man. He was hard to put away, and I think he took a lot out of me, man. I managed to get past Tyler, but Mentolo in the finals, man, he's a very unique wrestler, man. The way he moves around the ring, and I've been in the ring with guys his style before, but I just wasn't able to get it done. But man, I personally don't feel any shame.
Chris. Fancy seeing you here. We've been watching you closely, Chris. We've been seeing what you're doing out there. You did good. You did real good. Unfortunately, you just didn't cut it. Congratulations for making it to the finals, brother, but I gotta tell you, if you couldn't get it done with Mentolo, I don't see you getting any closer to this puppy right here. And I gotta be honest with you, brother. If you were in the ring with any one of us three, I don't even think you would have made it to the finals. Better luck next time. See you soon.
Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 190 pounds, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Welcome everyone to CWE Wrestling. Dave Petro ringside, joined by Kevin Cannon, and we're kicking things off tonight with a tremendous one-on-one matchup with that man, Ricky Starks. Kevin Cannon, you're a fan of Ricky Starks, aren't you?
I like his style, I like his attitude, I like the way he conducts himself. I just don't like how the matchmakers have been giving him these tough matches. Every match he gets is against a former CWE champion. He comes here, he has to wrestle AJ Sanchez, he has to wrestle Danny Duggan, he has to wrestle Mentolo. When does Ricky Starks catch a break here in CWE? When does Ricky Starks get the gimme matches, the easy matches?
Certainly will have his work cut out for him this week, as his opponent is none other than Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane.
Another CWE, he's wrestled every CWE champion there's ever been, except for heavy metal.
Maybe that's next week's main event. Heavy Metal is going to be in next week's main event defending the CWE Championship.
And he has not said against who. He has handpicked another opponent.
Sidney Manson, perhaps, again?
I don't know if he deserves a second shot. I think he got shuffled back to the bottom of the deck after that last near victory he had.
There is the pride of Selkirk, Manitoba. Former CWE champion, Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane. Very popular with the fans that have braved a fierce thunderstorm today to get out here. In fact, many of the roads in front of our arena have been flooded out, so these fans have really kind of put themselves on the line to join us tonight in our CWE telecast. One fall, 30-minute time limit. Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane set to face off against Ricky Starks. Coming up on today's program, you will see AJ Sanchez go one-on-one with a relative newcomer to the CWE, Phil Deadly. You know anything about Phil Deadly?
I do know about Phil Deadly. He usually wrestles out west. He usually wrestles in the Saskatchewan territory. He has ventured into CWE to test his mettle against Canadians Wrestling Elite. We're not called the Elite for nothing. Canadians Wrestling Elite truly is the home of the best wrestlers in the country, dare I say the continent.
A couple of your men going at it, not going at it, they will be involved in tag team action. Rob Stardom and Bobby Collins, the Rebel, taking Kamikaze and Jason Kincaid.
Oh, that'll be another nice feather in the cap for the boys tonight.
And in our television main event, the Blue-Eyed Idol, Tyler Colton, he teams with Anderson Tyson Moore, ATM, the 123 approved.ca television champion. They take on the team of Billy Blaze and the Mohican Sun, Big Jess Youngblood.
Interesting matchup there. We saw a little banter back and forth between Blaze, not between Blaze and Youngblood. We know that those guys team up. We know that they're up to no good. I'm talking about Tyler Colton and ATM. A little bit of a not forming a partnership, but a little bit of a deal between the two.
Yeah, we saw that last week in our broadcast. The kind of an alliance between the two.
Well, that's nice of ATM to take a young guy like that under his wing.
ATM is a guy, in my humble opinion, that likes to hide behind other people. And I'm thinking he's got that size that he can hide behind now, the Blue-Eyed Idol, Tyler Colton.
He's a big dude. Speaking of big dudes, Matt Fairlane having his way with Ricky Starks, who I'd say Fairlane has a good 30 or 40 pounds on Starks here. Starks no slouch in the physique department himself, but Matt Fairlane's got a lot more beef on his frame.
From when I first started watching Matt Fairlane to today, 2014, August 2014, that man has put on a lot of weight, and I'm not talking about around the midsection going to barbecues and drinking beer. That guy's all muscle.
Oh yeah. If you don't have Matt Fairlane on Facebook, add him on Facebook. He is constantly putting gym updates, photos of his workout, his training routine, his diet, you name it. This man takes his physique seriously. This man is borderline bodybuilder. I say he could compete.
And not to take anything away from Ricky Stark, the guy's in tremendous shape. He just doesn't have the musculature of Bring the Pain Matt Fairlane.
I think it's the frame of Matt Fairlane that helps him give him that extra bulk to that. And a guy like Ricky Starks just can't quite beef up to that size. But Ricky Starks coming down in Texas in his home, he's got a matchup against the former WWE superstar Jinder Mahal coming up.
No, that's absolutely huge news. You're on top of it, Kevin Cannon. And seeing Ricky Starks now kind of bending the rules, if you will. First choking the life out of Matt Fairlane and then propelling him via the ropes, and now a knee into the side of the neck, the shoulder area. Oh, Matt Fairlane now fighting back with some tremendous right hands, and Ricky Starks now with some forearm shots to the upper back of Matt Fairlane.
Ricky Starks going on rapid fire there with those forearm shots.
Just tosses it into the ring post there. The shoulder hit hard. And I don't know, I'm not really convinced that headband is doing anything for the look, if you will, of Ricky Starks.
I'm not sure about the look, but the functionality might be there. Maybe it keeps the sweat out of his eyes. I'm not too sure.
Well, it definitely is humid right here at ringside because of the tremendous thunderstorms going on outside. And again, hats off to the fans that have made it, have braved the thunder, the lightning, and even possibly hail. You can hear that in our arena roof every once in a while, and that's the tremendous rain. If you hear like that, it's not drums, it's some of the rain. Ricky Starks trying to decide if you want to maybe toss Matt Fairlane into one of the great fans at ringside. And no!
Oh, you're back in the ring. He psyched them out.
He did. The fans basically running for cover, if you will. Now go for a pin, but his feet on the ropes. Referee bright enough to figure that one out and not allow that one to continue. Ricky Starks in command, and I really didn't think that he was going to have much of a chance against the guy with the experience, the former championship holder, and I'm talking about Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane.
Ever since Matt Fairlane came back from his hiatus there, his schedule hasn't been as heavy as it was before when he was the CWE champion. I think that might be costing him in this match. I think Ricky Starks might get a victory here over the former champ and get some steamrolling in his favor, because Matt Fairlane just doesn't seem to be at the same pace that he used to be.
Yeah, he's definitely picked up the pace now. He tosses Ricky Starks out, and now maybe turnabout is fair play.
Oh, come on.
Clearing the ringside fans out of the way and tossing.
Oh, Starks didn't do that to you. He put you back in the ring nicely. Come on, Fairlane.
The chairs remind me of bowling pins at the bowling alley. And now Matt Fairlane going after Ricky Starks, has that headband pulled over his eyes, tosses him into one of the steel chairs at ringside. And now, hard into the ring apron, and Ricky Starks back in the middle of the ring, rolling in. And Matt Fairlane now goes to work. Big boot, picking him up, dragging him over. That's what he's doing. Oh, we've seen this one before.
Oh, this is bad.
Here he comes.
Starks still with that headband over his eyes. I think there's two blind people in the ring right now, Dave Petro. Ricky Starks and the referee.
Hey. Ricky Starks able to get his foot on the bottom rope, breaking up the pin attempt. That's probably the best move that he could. I don't think he could have basically got his shoulders up after the count. Oh! Crushes his chin via the head of Ricky Starks. And Ricky Starks, all you got to do, man, is pull up that headband. Thank you.
He's got it figured out. I think he's just playing now.
Oh, coming up. Oh, it's stomp on the arm of Matt Fairlane. Roughhouse tactics, but he is showing some signs of life and some success in this one. If he can only keep on his opponent, we might have an upset here, Kevin Cannon, in our opening contest of today's broadcast.
If Ricky Starks is victorious, which I think he's on his way to being, I would call it an upset. Yeah, definitely.
Ricky Starks definitely more aggressive of the two in this matchup. But Matt Fairlane, we can see he can break and bend and torture the rules if you want.
Oh yeah, we've seen Matt Fairlane do some vicious stuff. I remember in his days as CWE champion, or on his way to becoming CWE champion, him pulling out that taser and putting that to use.
Absolutely the victim of that. Hotshot Danny Duggan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Matt Fairlane able to get on the ropes. Ricky Starks breaks the hold, and Matt Fairlane shaking off that shoulder. Oh, Ricky Starks coming back up with another boot.
Ricky Starks just with the aggression here.
He absolutely is. Irish whip coming up. Oh, Matt Fairlane, no! He twisted his arm right into that top rope and misses with the chop. And oh, here comes Matt Fairlane back. Couple of big right hands to the top of the head of Ricky Starks. Irish whip hard into the turnbuckles. And here comes Matt Fairlane. Big clothesline, rocks him.
Crowbar.
Oh, Bulldog!
Ouch!
He got him! 1, 2. Oh, Ricky Starks able to kick out at the count of 2. I thought he had him.
That was pretty close.
Matt Fairlane now back to his feet. He's looking to the fans for support. They are absolutely going bananas. They love their hometown boy. Bring the pain, Matt Fairlane. Up for the airplane spin, perhaps.
Oh.
Fireman's carry.
No, I've seen this before.
Yeah, I have too. Oh!
And down he goes.
1, 2, 3. Your winner in our opening contest. Fan favorite, former CWE champion, Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane. Kevin Cannon, we got to take a break. When we come back, AJ Sanchez goes one-on-one with Phil Deadly. CWE fans, get set for the Lethal Injection Tour featuring Ring of Honor stars Jay Lethal and Jimmy Jacobs. The tour kicks off Wednesday, October 15th in Verdun. Thursday, October 16th, we return to Souris. Friday night, October 17th, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Holy Cross Gymnasium. Jay Lethal, Jimmy Jacobs, the Lethal Injection Tour makes a stop in Winnipeg. Gladstone, we're not leaving you out this time. Saturday night, October the 18th, CWE returns for a big show in Gladstone, and the Lethal Injection Tour wraps up Sunday, October 19th in Morden, Manitoba. For information on this and all great CWE events, especially the Lethal Injection Tour, go to cwecanada.ca.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from West Philadelphia, weighing in at 180 pounds, Phil Deadly.
Welcome back to CWE Wrestling. Dave Petrol ringside, joined once again by Kevin Cannon. And just before the introduction of Phil Deadly, we took you back to the locker room area taped earlier today. If you're wondering how kaze and Jason Kincaid got together to team up, you saw that footage. Two unorthodox style competitors gonna go teaming up now to take on your men, Kevin Cannon, Rob Stardom, and the Rebel Bobby Collins.
Dave, you're too nice when you talk. Two unorthodox competitors, two freaks. They're two freaks. They're two weirdos. They're two
I don't
guys
judge.
with a
I don't judge. I don't judge, Kevin Cannon. From West Philadelphia, born and raised in the ring right now, Phil Deadly, a newcomer to the CWE, and you have some intel on Phil Deadly, don't you, Kevin Cannon?
Well, I have one thing. If it's not so much intel as advice for Phil Deadly, save your legs. Don't do so much dancing, because AJ Sanchez will rip your dancing leg right off and beat you with it. But Phil Deadly, not a whole lot under his belt in the way of experience. He's a relative newcomer in the world of professional wrestling. However, he has impressed in that short time. He's impressed promoters across the country, and here he is in the CWE, as I said earlier, to test his mettle, if you will, to see how he matches up, how he stacks up against Canadian wrestling's elite. And you don't get much more elite than this man, AJ Sanchez.
Absolutely, your first CWE champion, joined at ringside by the current CWE champion, Heavy Metal. They're only missing Mr. Incredible for their unholy trio of grapplers.
I heard that due to the storm outside, these guys needed a boat to come pick them up. Mr. Incredible wasn't too keen. It's kind of like Mr. T getting on airplanes. Mr. Incredible doesn't get on boats, I guess.
AJ Sanchez one-on-one with Phil Deadly, and the bell rings, and AJ Sanchez right to the attack with some series of tremendous forearms, and he's just going to town on the newcomer, Phil Deadly. Phil Deadly hasn't even got his ring jacket off yet, Kevin Cannon.
No, not yet. It's still wrapped around his forearm.
AJ Sanchez, the man, revealed several weeks back to be behind the Max, one of the deadly members of Heavy Metal's stable now, and of course, as I mentioned before, joined by Mr. Incredible with AJ Sanchez. What a turnaround in attitude for this guy. He used to be a great guy to be around. He used to be able to talk to him in the dressing room area, and used to share a witty antidote, but now, mean look on his face, focused, and he is all business.
Yeah, and after last week's attack on Danny Duggan, I don't think anyone's heard from him. Have you, Dave Petrol? I think he's still recovering.
Absolutely. As we told you last week, Danny Duggan was under the care of a physician, and of course, after that tremendous, the heinous attack, if you will, and Danny Duggan, if you are watching at home, I hope you're resting comfortably, and we want to see you back right here in the CW ring very, very soon.
I think that's why they had to bring a newcomer in against AJ Sanchez. Nobody else wanted to step in the ring with him after witnessing what happened to Danny Duggan last week.
You got to give him credit. Now Phil Deadly follows it up with a big boot to the face. Oh, another one AJ Sanchez reeling. Phil Deadly now just going on instinct. Ducks away. Comes up. Oh! What a tremendous side kick. AJ Sanchez hits the deck. Will we see an upset, Kevin Cannon?
Oh no, he's got firm control now. Oh my.
Tosses him like a Slurpee cup out the window on highway number 9. Oh!
Looked like a crash test dummy from an 80s
Face
commercial.
plant, and now look at the pain on Phil Deadly, and Phil Deadly, he gives up. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, with a tremendous victory. I think that was about 3 minutes, Kevin Cannon.
Yeah, nice easy walk through the park today for AJ Sanchez.
AJ Sanchez being congratulated by the CWE champion, Heavy Metal. When we come back, your men, Kevin Cannon, Rob Stardom, and the Rebel Bobby Collins go one-on-one with kaze and the Gift, Jason Kincaid.
Watch and learn, people.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to CWE Wrestling. Dave Petro ringside. And you see the two men earlier on the broadcast forming a new tag team on our unorthodox styles, if you will. Kaze, he teams with the Gift, Jason Kincaid. And if you're wondering where my broadcast colleague Kevin Cannon is, he will be leading his men, members of the Cannon Cartel, to the ring. Jason Kincaid and kaze go one-on-one with the Rebel Bobby Collins and, of course, Rob Stardom. Tremendous action on the way. This match being brought to you by Motel 6 in Headingley, just past the perimeter on Portage Avenue. All the stars of the CWE stay at Motel 6 when they are in town. And speaking of stars coming to town, we've got the Lethal Injection Tour with Jay Lethal and Jimmy Jacobs and Chase Owens. That kicks off Wednesday, October 15th in Verdon, Thursday, October 16th, Souris, Manitoba, and Friday night, October 17th, the Holy Cross Gymnasium welcomes back the stars of the CWE. Saturday night, October the 18th, Gladstone, Manitoba, and Sunday, the tour wraps up with a tremendous show the 19th of October in Morden. You saw that smiling grin of Kevin Cannon. He's leading his charges to the ring. The Rebel Bobby Collins. Awful, that heinous grin on his face now. And he teams with perhaps the most diabolical man of all time on the Western Canadian wrestling scene. I'm talking about the Rebel Bobby Collins. One fall, 60-minute time limit, tag team rules. That means one man faces off in one man. You know that. You've been watching wrestling for a long, long time. Kaze starts off against the Rebel. Not the Rebel, pardon me. I'm talking about Rob Stardom here. I'm all flush. I need my broadcast partner. I like he's a nice safe distance away. Kaze now with a show of aggression against Rob Stardom. Very cautious as he backs off because we've seen a lot of skullduggery before being basically always caused by Rob Stardom. Hey, I want to remind you, coming up Friday, August the 22nd, Rookie Sports Bar. Spin the wheel, make the deal. 8:30 bell time in the Central Hotel. And that means all the matches will be decided by spinning the wheel and making the deal. If you have not gone out to a Rookies Sports Bar show, this is a real treat. Again, bell time 8:30, 18 plus only. Get there early. All the seats always filling up at Rookies Sports Bar. Kaze with a tremendous chop to Rob Stardom. Irish whip into the turnbuckles hard. Here comes Kaze, double forearm to Rob Stardom. Snap mare down. And now Kaze going for a pin attempt. 1, 2. Rob Stardom able to kick out. It has been these two men so far. And now tagged into the ring, Jason Kincaid. Oh, some teamwork already by the two stars, teaming for the first time to my knowledge. Now Jason Kincaid with a pin attempt on Rob Stardom gets a 2 count. The Rebel Bobby Collins looking on. Kevin Cannon ringside, showing a little concern on his face. Oh, and Jason Kincaid with a tremendous elbow to Rob Stardom. And now Kaze tagging back in. Tremendous boot to the sides, to the ribs of Rob Stardom. Whip into the ropes. Duck under. Here he comes. Oh, another tremendous elbow. Rob Stardom hits the deck. 2 count by the referee. Able to kick out. Rob Stardom really needs to make a tag. So far, it's been all Rob Stardom in this. Oh, he does make the tag. And Bobby Collins met with a hip toss. And Jason Kincaid tags himself back in. Rolls him up. Gets a 2 count. Oh, some quick tags by Jason Kincaid and Kaze. Kaze now back in the ring. These guys, it's been all Kincaid and Kaze so far in this match. Oh, another tag. This is unorthodox. These guys are just basically tagging each other in willy-nilly. I said it was great teamwork, but I got to change my mind on that one. These guys, I think they want to get the pinfall on one of the members of the Cannon Cartel, and they're pulling out all the stops with these fast tags and really throwing off two men who have teamed together before many, many times, Rob Stardom and Bobby Collins, really throwing them off their game. But now, Jason Kincaid in the corner where he doesn't want to be, being double teamed by the nefarious duo of Rob Stardom and the Rebel Bobby Collins. And Kevin Cannon just looking on with a big smile on his face. And of course, he gets more animated the more success his men have. Rob Stardom now working over. Almost getting in position for an abdominal stretch, but now working over the arm, twisting it back behind the head of the gift, Jason Kincaid. And Jason Kincaid has really made an impact in a short while here on the CWE, ladies and gentlemen. And now, he able to getting a pin attempt on Rob Stardom. You know, I have not seen Jason Kincaid in this light so far. I know the man has tremendous qualities, has some tremendous maneuvers, but now, basically the fans behind him, these guys, couldn't make the tag. Rob Stardom basically cutting him off at the pass. That is good tag team strategy to keep both that man basically cutting off the ring. And now Rob Stardom gets Bobby Collins just a tap on the shoulder, and that is absolutely legal. And Bobby Collins with a stiff kick to the ribs of the gift Jason Kincaid and pulls him down by the beard. I don't even know what to call that, a beard pull? Good grief. Oh, choking him now on that second rope. I got to say one thing. The fans are definitely behind Kaze and Jason Kincaid, but Jason Kincaid, one expression comes to mind when I think of him. Not easy on the eyes. Ooh. But you can't deny the success that man has had so far in his endeavors in the CWE. He needs to make a tag, and now the quick tags. Oh, he says, who's the man? Rob Stardom with a tremendous elbow. Jason Kincaid basically getting back up. He wants to make that tag, and Rob Stardom pulling at the mouth and that grill, if you will, of Jason Kincaid. Jason Kincaid trying to fight back, and look at Kevin Cannon. This guy only gets involved when basically striking when the iron is hot. If his men are in trouble, he's nowhere to be found. But when the advantage is for the Cannon Cartel, he's all smiles and cheers and chomping on that gum. Oh, double clothesline, both men down right in the middle of the ring. Jason Kincaid, he's been in the match for the better part of 3 or 4 minutes right now. He needs to make that tag to Kaze, the high flyer. And when he does make that tag, be sure and think the place will absolutely erupt. Oh, Bobby Collins thwarts his attempt at tag and spits at Kaze. That is absolutely disgusting. And Kaze now basically needs to keep his emotions in check, because that's not going to do any good. And look at this. He is taking the braided hair, Bobby Collins is taking the braided hair of the gift Jason Kincaid and tying it up, inflicting more pain and punishment on Jason Kincaid and pulling him by the beard. Where did this guy go so wrong? And I'm talking about Bobby Collins. He was loved by the fans, loved by everybody. Now gets a head full of chin, if you will, by Jason Kincaid, and Jason Kincaid now needs to make that tag. And he's intercepted once again by Rob Stardom. He is not the legal man in the ring. Bobby Collins is, and Bobby Collins now pulling him back into that corner. That was a tag. Rob Stardom now legally in the ring and stomping on the upper arm of the gift Jason Kincaid. Whipping to the ropes. Oh, now a back body drop. Jason Kincaid trying to power him down. He gets him sunset flip, but the referee is jawing with Bobby Collins. Bobby Collins does not belong in the ring right now. And look at Kevin Cannon. They are distracting the ref. 5, 6, that could have been the end of the match. Jason Kincaid basically with the sunset flip out of nowhere. He had that match won. And Rob Stardom lucky to get out of that and pastes now Kaze and now makes the legal tag to the Rebel Bobby Collins. Like it or not, good tag team strategy that is, but I got to tell you something, I'm not in agreement of those evil tactics by the Rebel Bobby Collins and Rob Stardom. Still to come, our television main event, the Blue-Eyed Idol, Tyler Colton teams with ATM. They take on the big tag team of Billy Blaze and the Mohican Sun, Big Jess Youngblood. Tell your friends that is our television main event, and that is coming up right after this match, which, given the amount of ring time that Jason Kincaid has put in this one, this should be coming to an end pretty quickly. Oh no! Jason Kincaid able to roll out of the way. I thought that was certain doom. And now he is struggling. He is trying, and he makes the tag. Oh, here comes Kaze. Tremendous forearm to the side of the head. A chop, another chop. Bobby Collins down. He clothesline to Rob Stardom. Oh, Irish whip. He waits. He sees. He's going to toss him right into Rob Stardom. Double Daisy Do. Both men down. Jason Kincaid now. He's got Rob Stardom in the middle of the ring. And look at this. Look at this. Both men with submission maneuvers. Bobby Collins is the legal man in the ring. Look at this. Oh, the referee wants to clear the ring, because you can't have all 4 guys. What's Kevin Cannon doing in there? Oh, here we go. The Cannon Cartel able to save a certain doom. Double team effort. Both men in the middle of the ring. Oh, Bobby Collins out. Rob Stardom still in. Double. Look at that. Jason Kincaid rolling up 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, in their tag team debut. I can't believe it. The gift, Jason Kincaid, Kaze, victorious over the Cannon Cartel. What tag team action! Another tag team match on the way. Our main event when CWE Wrestling returns right after these.
I mean, this scarf is really good, eh? I mean, this scarf just says how good I really am.
It's the finest materials.
It's the finest materials in the world, and that's what we are. I mean, I'm just, you know, a little above like that. I mean, you're good, but I'm up here. That's what makes you so good.
Well, you might be a little bit up here with the title, but you're a lot older than me too. So,
hey,
I'm coming. Well, okay, call it what you want, but you're a little older than me.
You're good, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, you're right.
Because we're
right.
We're like
the
blue-eyed A-listers, man. We're so good.
Yes.
We scared them. We win. It's simple as that.
I mean, you got these two. Let's call them heavy-set gentlemen.
They're very heavy-set gentlemen.
You know, and you got two athletes like us. Like, how could who made this match?
I don't know.
This is foolishness.
I mean, good-looking contest, they don't win. No.
Athletic contest, they don't win.
No.
And what? Well, let's just show them.
Let's show them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Man, we got nothing, man. I mean, we're way better than that.
Welcome back to CWE Wrestling. Dave Petro ringside, and this is our television main event. You see the 123approved.ca television champion, Anderson Tyson Moore, ATM. He's teaming with the blue-eyed idol, Tyler Colton, and Kevin Cannon is rejoining me now at ringside. And we saw last week these two guys, the unholy alliance that was formed, you know, ATM and Tyler Colton exchanging scouting notes, if you will, and now a full-fledged tag team.
And what strikes me as odd about this particular relationship is the whole premise of it, the whole reason why Tyler Colton is at ATM's side is because ATM has promised him a future title shot, a match against himself. So eventually this team will have to go nose to nose, but right now they're going to go shoulder to shoulder, and they're going to be in the ring against these two men here.
Absolutely. Big Jess Youngblood, the Mohican Sun, and former SOA member. He saw the light, and now fighting on the right side of the law, if you will. I'm talking about Billy Blaze. Now, you were saying about that, those two men, Tyler Colton and ATM, will eventually have to square off. But I know one thing about ATM. He's a master manipulator. I don't know if Tyler Colton will ever get that title shot. I can't see that happening.
I agree with you. I think that ATM does know how to make things work in his favor, and he'll definitely prolong the match with Tyler Colton, because let's face it, Tyler Colton is the future of the CWE. Tyler Colton is one of the biggest up-and-comers in not only the company, but in the country, and by coincidence, Dave Petro, coming up on August 22nd, we're going to see Tyler Colton in action at Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal at Rookie's Bar. And you know who he's going one-on-one against?
Who is he going one-on-one with, Kevin Cannon?
The man we just saw get concussed last week, Hot Shot Danny Duggan. If I was Tyler Colton, the first thing I'd do is just swing a club at his head.
What a bombshell, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Shot Danny Duggan will be back in action August the 22nd at Rookie's Sports Bar in the Central Hotel. And as I was talking about earlier on in the broadcast, all the matches will be determined by Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal.
It could be anything. It could be a submission match. It could be a falls count.
Could be a beer bash.
It could be a beer bash. Yeah, it might not even be a match at all. It might just be whoever can chug their beer the fastest. Who knows? You got the luck of the draw at this one.
I think your old protege, Dick Blood, might be in the old chug the beer contest. That guy drinks a lot of beer.
He definitely does. I have seen him over the years put back many a tankard of ale.
Tankard of ale.
Oh, yes.
What a tremendous elbow to the chest of Tyler Colton. Big Jess Youngblood now dropping the leg. Oh, and look at the red marks already on the body. The welts starting to form on the blue-eyed idol, Tyler Colton. Oh, making the tag now. Big Billy Blaze. 300 plus pounds of meanness, Kevin Cannon.
You know, I did not hear the ring announcer's particular weight for the introduction here of these two gentlemen, but I would say they are in the vicinity of 600 pounds combined between Billy Blaze and Jess Youngblood, if not more.
When Billy Blaze used to team with Big Cliff Corleone, that was a big, big tag team.
Yeah, I think we've gone through a couple of different rings due to them being in there at the same time.
Absolutely, especially some of the SOA battles with the Saints of Los Angeles, those high-flying battles.
Oh, yeah, and with the big sexy beasts.
Yeah,
my.
Yeah, that was the one time I remember back then when it was a six-man tag with the SOA and the big sexy beast and the Saints of Los Angeles. That was back about a year ago, and they brought the house down to the Holy Cross Gymnasium.
I do recall that. That was quite the matchup.
Absolutely. And now Tyler Colton choking Big Jess Youngblood. Now Tyler Colton, he's got it all, look at the bottom, put together, ladies and gentlemen, like him or not. The man is put together. He is in tip-top shape. He is a good-looking cat. I'm going to give you that.
For
handsome,
sure.
Handsome man.
Definitely.
But bad attitude with the rule breaking. And that's what you like. You're laughing because you like that, Kevin Cannon.
I don't know if I'd call it bad attitude. I think it's smart attitude is what I'd like to refer to it as.
Coming up next week, ladies and gentlemen, right here on CWE Wrestling, Chris Hero goes one-on-one with a man we saw in action earlier today, AJ Sanchez, and that's going to be one tremendous matchup. We saw at the beginning of the program Heavy Metal and his army, if you will, talking about the upcoming match with Chris Hero. And, of course, Chris Hero basically had some strong words not in his defense, but he's not taking that challenge very lightly, that's for sure.
He's a brave, brave man to step in the ring with AJ Sanchez, because as we saw last week, you step in the ring with AJ Sanchez, you don't only have to worry about AJ Sanchez, you've got to worry about Heavy Metal, and you've got to worry now about Mr. Incredible as well.
And speaking of Heavy Metal, next week, ladies and gentlemen, on this very broadcast, Heavy Metal will defend the CWE Championship against an unnamed opponent. I guess the contract is still open, and they are searching for a challenger for Heavy Metal.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Tyler Colton get a shot at the CWE Championship. Maybe ATM here will make a deal with Heavy Metal where he doesn't have to defend the 123approved.ca television title, and maybe Tyler Colton can have a shot at Heavy Metal's title instead. Wouldn't that be something?
That would indeed be something. I don't know what we would call it, but that would definitely be something. ATM now, some, I don't know, heinous tactics right now. him and Tyler Colton seem to have got into an early groove so far. That they're teaming together nicely. We've seen this now. Tyler Colton, in his beginning of his career, a bit of a tag team specialist, having all that success with M-Max teaming with Mentolo, former CWE tag team champions.
Definitely, and they almost went toe-to-toe in the finals of the Elite 8 tournament, if not for Chris Hero. Tyler Colton, the young man, who would have thought he would have made it to the semifinal match? And who would have thought he would have been one match away from the finals when we first announced the 16 competitors that were in qualifying matches?
The future definitely looks bright for Tyler Colton, and this thing now with the bad attitude, and maybe he just needs to kind of find himself so far, because, when you are in professional wrestling, it is all about experience, and Kevin Cannon, you know that. You basically have to try different styles. You need to be a little rougher sometimes. You go to some territories, you got to be rougher than other territories. Some territories, they're high-flying. Some territories, it's hardcore. Right here in the CWE, this is Canada's wrestling elite, and Tyler Colton is finding success with the rule-breaking and the bad attitude stuff.
Definitely, but whatever works for you, I say stick to it. I say use it, roll with it, run with it, go to the top with it.
Absolutely, and we see some success right now. Tyler Colton with a tremendous front face lock on Big Jess Youngblood. One fall, 60-minute time limit. This is our television main event. Tyler Colton allowing Big Jess Youngblood to get to his feet. Jess Youngblood fighting back with some elbows. Oh! He tried to run to the ropes, get a little momentum, pulled down by that long hair by the blue-eyed idol Tyler Colton. And that's what I'm telling you. Maybe that's not a bad attitude move, but a sportsman, a gentleman, wouldn't pull the hair, Kevin Cannon.
Well, the thing of that is, Billy Blaze and Jess Youngblood, they need haircuts anyway. They shouldn't be walking around with those mops. Who wants to throw a guy in a headlock and have that greasy mop all over their body, all over their ribs, all over the side of them? That's the true unsportsmanlike thing, is coming in the ring with that filthy, dirty head of hair that both these guys carry around on their melons.
Well, I know that you have been in the ring at times with some guys with some real long hair. I have too, but I don't know if it's ever that dirty. I think there's sometimes there's the nice smell of Head and Shoulders on some of these guys, and as men, we like that.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit of Perp Plus, who knows?
Yeah. Oh, whatever you can get at the Motel 6, whatever they stock in the rooms.
Exactly. Motel 6, the sponsor of this matchup, located on Portage Avenue, just west of the perimeter. All the stars of the CWE stay there when in town, and you can too.
Absolutely. And as we were pointing out, home of my in-laws when they come to town as well.
Definitely a smart idea on your part, Dave Petro.
Great place, though. Great place. I recommend that to anybody. Especially it's far from my house. I live in the east side of the city.
Yeah, and now here we got the little sandwich action here. Oh, Billy Blaze hopped up onto that second rope with a big kick.
Oh, flattens him. Look at this. The big man now going to work. Oh, you see that?
Wow.
What a suplex. Side suplex. 1, 2. Oh, able to kick out. And look at the blue-eyed idol, Tyler Colton. Oh, super kick right to the chin of Billy Blaze.
Billy Blaze checking for blood there.
I don't even know who the legal man is in this ring. I don't know if the referee knows too. Oh, puts him right into the partner. ATM turns around, and look at this.
Oh, that's dirty. That's real dirty.
He's getting him up. Double power bomb on the way. Oh, a little bit of a slip. Oh, my. What impact. Oh,
wow.
Good grief.
Hard to the mat.
1, 2, 3.
That's it. That's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Jess Youngblood able to pin the 123 Approved.ca television champion ATM. Jess Youngblood, Billy Blaze victorious over ATM and the Blue-Eyed Idol in our television main event. And one would think there may be some words exchanged between Tyler Colton and ATM. There's going to be a bit of blame game going on, Kevin Cannon.
They need to get their heads together, and they need to come up with a game plan if they're going to continue this alliance.
Next week, Chris Hero one-on-one with AJ Sanchez, and Heavy Metal will defend the CWE Championship right here on behalf of Vicky Shea and Kevin Cannon. Dave Petro saying good night from CWE Wrestling.